Hello and welcome to America's Real Stimulus Package. I'm Ken Johnson, your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Fred Jordan. And we're here outside of Simbad's, right next to the ferry building, to show you the wonderful new Willie Brown Jr. Bridge. We were at the recent naming ceremony, and what did you think about that, Mr. Jordan?
Oh, I think it was wonderful. What a great tribute to a great man. And I was so proud of the former mayor and the former Speaker of the Assembly, Willie L. Brown Jr. And this bridge, I think, is a measure of his importance and what his contributions have been to this community, to San Francisco, to the state of California, and even to the country. And so it's just my pleasure to be standing here and talking about the new western span, or the western span of the San Francisco Baybridge, which has been the longest bridge in the world, and it is appropriate that we have this span named the Willie L. Brown Bridge.
Now, this is my first time really seeing it at night, and man, is it beautiful. I mean, the lights, I mean, this is, folks, if you haven't seen it now, I've been pretty busy and running around, and I hadn't taken time to really come down and see it in person. I've seen it on TV, but man, to see this bridge in person, Mr. Brown, you have been really honored, and you deserve it. You know, folks, we shot that ceremony, and we're going to show you a clip of the ceremony, and so stay tuned, and here it comes.
I am honored and grateful. I must tell you that with the width and breadth of the elected family of California at every level that showed up, from the Lieutenant Governor to the Attorney General to the Secretary of State, all of whom are here, to the members of the Senate, the members of the California State Assembly with whom I served, or the Mayor of San Francisco, the Mayor of Oakland, or the Vice Mayor of Richmond, or in the Mayor of one of those little towns down there near your place, Hawthorne. I don't know where the hell Hawthorne is, but I don't. But I know. It's California. But just the collections of members of city councils and boards of supervisors. I tell you that the delegation from Atlanta couldn't get here because they could not leave, except one member of the delegation left a day early in city council, so she's here. Councilwoman Bottoms is here representing that whole collection of people, and she's obviously in the company of Gene Duffy, Joe Mosk, and a whole bunch of other people who came in from Atlanta for the purpose. There are people here from Connecticut, like my friend Frank Borges and others, who are really doing what they do well by coming to celebrate on this occasion. I just wish I could cite each and every one of you, those who are active, those who are retired, those who are applicants for continuation. I'm just overwhelmed by the show of support, and I hope that as the years unfold, and if the projections stated by Mr. Hall were true, and that in the poem that others will use that bridge, others will use my life and what I have done, and the methods and the levels of service, in spite of some of the terms used by Newsom in describing me, if they would use my life as a means by which to participate in making public policy, executing public policy, then at all times they will be doing it on behalf of other people. That was the basis of my life. That's the basis, I think, ultimately of my success, and I'm just delighted that the affirmation of that work product is now enshrined by name in the second most often used bridge in this great country. And I say to each and every one of you, I am just delighted, and I will continue to be delighted, and I do, and I will practice bragging rights every time I get a chance. And I may even enhance, as I occasionally do, I may enhance the reasons why the bridge. I was at an event recently, and I said something to somebody, and I remembered that there was a guy who owned a phrase that I absolutely loved, and it turned out to be one of my friends. And I said to him, as I close my remarks on the bridge naming, I want you to say exactly what I wish had been my original closing line. And with that, let me ask my friend to say that at this moment. My life has been, for me, a work of art in every way. And I simply tell you, I guarantee it.
Hi, sweetheart. Oh, how you been?
I'm good. I'm
Good to see you too. I'm going good. Hey, brother.
Dwayne Jones, what do you think about the event today?
I think that this is a small testament to just how incredible Mayor Willie Brown really is. And when you see this many people come out from both sides of the Bay, well, not even both sides, all of California coming out to celebrate this man, this is incredible. The weather has opened up, which is also an amazing sign that we could witness history of a living legend. So to Mayor Brown, thank you. And those of us that come behind you will continue to try to carry on the great work that you've started.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Great, thank you.
Right. Today is a glorious day. Right here in the Bay Area, we are at the Willie L. Brown Jr. naming of the San Francisco Baybridge. And it is a wonderful day, 600, 700, 800 people here. And we have with us another icon here in the city of San Francisco, Louise Rennie, who's the city attorney, did a whole lot for California, believe me. So I want to stop her and to just ask her, what does she think about today, Louise?
Oh, Fred, today has been outstanding. First of all, what an honor for Willie, and he deserves it all. He really has been a bridge for the state and within the city, and he continues to do good work. So it was really a very special day. I knew the sun would shine, no question.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have a former law partner of Willie L. Brown, Judge Dearman. So what do you think about today for your partner? Did you ever dream about this or think about this? Tell us what you think.
I think it is one of the most wonderful things that could have ever happened. You know, years ago, when Willie and I were practicing law, the one thing that we dreamed of was someday it would be wonderful to retire as judges, because he even thought about that before he made it big in politics. But once he got involved in politics, his idea of success was to help the world. As was said so many times today, he has done that, and I think that this has been a wonderful, wonderful event honoring those things that Willie has done, and I am really proud, very proud of him.
Fantastic. Former law partner of Willie Brown, John Dearman, Judge John Dearman.
Thank you.
We have with us the city councilman from the city of Richmond. This is somebody outside of San Francisco. Nat Bates. Nat, what do you think about today?
Oh, it's a great day for Willie and for the African American community, for a man of that stature to be recognized for a long-term commitment and contribution to not only just African American, but to the state of California in general.
Excellent, excellent. And also someone else outside of San Francisco, who all the way from Atlanta, no, St. Louis,
Atlanta. Fred.
Atlanta. Tell them
I
your
could be
name
anywhere.
and your affiliation.
I'm Joseph Moss. I'm a senior vice president with AECOM. If not for Mayor Brown, I would clearly not be where I am today.
I stopped this very charming lady here. Tell them your name, please.
Kimberly Hayes.
Okay, Kimberly, what do you think about this?
I think it's awesome. This is a great way to honor, someone who's been such a legend to everybody in the Bay Area. So this is great that he's able to see it, and everybody will be able to see it and pay tribute every day driving over the bridge.
Excellent.
So I think it's great.
Excellent. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, for those of you who are still into the photograph business, I'm going over there for the next 10 minutes, over there against that green wall, because I paid a lot of money for that background, and I'm going to go over there and take the picture from there.
Congratulations, Willie Brown, for the bridge naming after you. I couldn't think of a person in the city who deserves it more than you. Thank you for everything you've done to the city and for inspiring everybody in the city, all the kids and everything that you've done. Thank you.
Hi, I'm honored to be here today to celebrate a great man who has represented all minority communities. I was fortunate enough to serve as Willie Brown's Pacific Islander liaison, as well as his liaison to the Excelsior District, District 11. And today I serve on the Commission on Status of Women, and I believe it's because of his leadership that catapulted many minorities, such as myself, to be where I am today. Hats off to you, Willie Brown. Love to you, the mayor.
It's a great day today for San Francisco, and for me, living here 60-something years of my life, it's been real nice to see a man that I admire and think the city has built a great foundation for the minority group of people that live here. I think that people like Willie with the vision and the will to continue his work, it says a lot about San Francisco and the people living here. I think that with everything given, he's the man of vision. He helped a lot of people in this city. Can't make everybody happy, but he's made a lot of people happy. Naming a bridge after him was a big success, and for all young minority kids, they will find some inspiration when they say the name Willie Brown. God bless. Thank you for this opportunity.
I am very proud to be here today to hear and why Willie Brown is alive, to see him being named the a bridge after him. He really deserved this, and he worked hard throughout his life helping people throughout the San Francisco area, and he is among one of the giants in the field of economics and politician. He's a politician, and he is a real good person in giving counseling to young folks that need it. Willie Brown is one of the persons that you can count on, and he will always, I'd rather say, return your call when he calls you. He's never too busy to have a word for you or some advice to you. We may not agree all the time, but he will be part of the conversation, and he will give you good advice. So I hope, Willie, as they say, every time you drive across that bridge, know that you're driving over Willie Brown's bridge.
And I want to echo what Dr. Churchwell says. I am standing here, someone from Africa, from Nigeria. Willie Brown is one of the reasons that my name is on the map in the city and county of San Francisco and the Bay Area, and also throughout the United States of America. Mayor Willie Brown several years ago gave me the opportunity to be involved in politics and economic development here in San Francisco, and he has all that time, been guiding me and mentoring. And I can really say to the younger generation that are coming, that it has been a privilege, a great honor to know Mayor Willie Brown. The fact that we are naming this bridge in his honor today, I think is the history and the legacy spans many, many generations. I think Mayor Willie Brown's name in the history of America is a name that is going to be revered. It's a name that people will celebrate from now on. His presence at this time and even being alive to witness today, I think it's a great honor and a great privilege. And I also wanted to say, as an African, I am very proud that when Mayor Willie Brown was the longest speaker of the state of California, he put the legislation together and the maneuvering. As a result, the apartheid system in Africa, the nail in the coffin, happened as a result of Mayor Willie Brown. Today, the entire continent of Africa is free because of the works of the likes of Mayor Willie Brown. So we're going to be celebrating him, not only here at Treasure Island, not only here in San Francisco, but I know that during my own lifetime, when I go back to Africa, I'm going to make sure that his name also, it is really cast in stone so that the generations of Africans coming behind us will also know about Mayor Willie Brown. So it's a great honor for me here today.
Thank you.
I'm standing here with my sister, Zula Jones, and my name is Cedric Holly. And I just want to say congratulations on this festive occasion. Mayor Brown is the epitome of a public servant. I pick up the torch, my generation, being a younger African-American male. I pick up the torch, and I intend to move it forward.
I want to just say a few words, and I'm so blessed to be in the present and been taught by Willie Brown. WLB is, South Africa had Mandela. The United States got Barack Obama, but we got Willie Brown. Not to say that those two before are not the greatest, but we've been privileged to have his instruction and teaching, and I just hope that I could do just a small smitten of what he's done to service the people. He loved California, he loved the people of San Francisco, he loved the black community, and God bless Willie Brown.
As I depart from this historic moment in African American history and San Francisco's history, I wish to share with my audience that it is a powerful statement that the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People and the Delta Sigma Theta sorority came together and behind a legislative leader supported tremendously renaming of the west span of the Baybridge, the Willie L. Brown Jr. span. This reflects how we as a people have always made it in this country, beginning from small beginnings. Little did Alice Huffman, our state president, and Delta Sigma Theta know that through their persistent lobbying that assembly would overwhelmingly vote to name this bridge in honor of a great man who was indeed a builder of bridges. He built bridges internationally when he supported the divestment of our portfolio in South Africa. He built bridges when he inaugurated legislation to give people, adult people, consenting adults, the right to determine whom they wanted to connect with in their private lives. He built bridges as Speaker of the Assembly when he was able to bring together Republicans and Democrats and independents to craft public policy to create the general welfare for all peoples. I thank God that I was able to live to see this day, and I hope that young people who will cross over this bridge will never forget that a boy from Mineola, Texas, who used to shine shoes
was janitor of a church here in San Francisco, but he ascended from those humble small beginnings to become the Speaker of the Assembly with the longest tenure and mayor of the city and county of San Francisco for 2 terms. That is outstanding. That represents great accomplishments in spite of what has been thrown at us negatively in this country.
Yeah, we did it. That's right. The members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority are happy to share in this special moment with Willie Brown Jr. and renaming the bridge, the Western Span, the Willie L. Brown Jr. Bridge, because we were very supportive in the bill. Over 200 strong came in to Sacramento to support the renaming of the bridge, the Willie L. Brown Bridge. So we're very happy to be here today to share this moment, and we pray that as future generations come on and they can drive across the Western Span, that they'll be very proud to see an African American's name, Willie L. Brown Jr. Bridge, something that we can be very proud of, and the members of Delta Sigma Theta are proud to be part of this historic moment.
Now that was a great naming ceremony. Man, everybody was there. Everybody was there. Man, it was really wonderful. What did you think about that?
Well, I think that it was a historical setting. Certainly to be named, to have the western span of the San Francisco Baybridge, a world-renowned structure, I think it was so historical. I don't think that we've had any tribute to an African American other than Martin Luther King so astounding throughout this country. And it's appropriate that this western span be named after Willie Brown.
Let me just say this now. During that naming ceremony, I found out that Mr. Willie Brown did a whole lot more than I knew about. I mean, he helped, to stop that apartheid system and a lot of other stuff. I mean, so my hat is really off to Mr. Willie Brown. You really did more than I had imagined, and I found out about it at that naming ceremony.
Well, great people, you never know everything that great people do. And they just go about and do what they can do and need to do. And Willie Brown is a great man. We all know that. And he has done many things. He's been so important to many structures here in San Francisco, to St. Regis. All those structures along there, he has made contribution. He's always out in a philanthropic manner. He's always contributing. He's always giving counsel to almost any important person, any person who come to seek his counsel. And so Willie Brown is a man of the times, a quintessential man. And so it's our honor to pay tribute to this great man and to this great bridge.
So we're about to sign off. And as a matter of fact, before we sign off, aren't you working on another appreciation event that you might have here at Sinbad's?
Well, I am working on possibly a reception, since the background here is so astounding.
Oh, man,
that we might, the reception was on Treasure Island, and I would like to really have a reception here at Sinbad to honor him here. And I don't think he can have enough honor to fit with this bridge, which is so astounding.
Thank you, and please, if you haven't came by, especially at night, to see this bridge, bring your family down. You just and take a walk down the Embarcadero, because it really is outstanding, and it is the Willie Brown Baybridge.
And stop by Sinbad Restaurant. The food is excellent, and the people are the warmest people that you will meet in San Francisco, gracious. And
It's
this is
11
Sinbad
o'clock.
Restaurant right here.